Today we're gonna mess with the dissolve effect, which is a Poiyomi special effect that you can toggle on your material. For this one, you'll need two textures if you want the material to change colors, or just one texture if you want to make it invisible. I'm gonna teach you both ways today, so we're gonna duplicate this material right here with a Control D, just so I can make two. And we're gonna enable the dissolve effect. This one will be the color change. So for it to change colors, all we need to do is go over here to dissolve textures and select the new texture. And you see that as I raise the dissolve alpha, the shirt will start to disappear. In this case, it does suddenly because we're using basic dissolve, which you want to change to point to point. Now, you see it gradually changes, but it's still a white line that grows up. What you're gonna try to do, or actually what you're gonna do right here, is go over to the dissolve noise and dissolve noise detail. You're gonna select, you're gonna search it for noise. There should be a lot of them. You're gonna use this one, the pixelated square. Here, and if you see, if we raise the dissolve detail strength, it's a different type of change altogether. You can change edge color. I'm gonna change it to purple. So what happens is a purple thing will raise, and we'll change our textures. For this one, for the other material, you're gonna go to dissolve, and instead of putting a dissolve texture, you're gonna go over here to dissolve color. You're gonna lower this. You do the same, dissolve noise, right here. Select both of these. Raise up the strength a little. And what you're going to see right here, if our rendering preset is opaque, let me show you an example. Throw it in here. As soon as we throw the dissolve alpha up, the shirt's gonna turn white because we're using an opaque rendering preset. You need to use cutout, and now the shirt disappears. You're gonna select another edge color right here. Bam, bam. Now, for the most difficult part, that is the toggle. What you're gonna want to do is go over here, and since this shade will, this Poiyomi shader will be locked in, you're gonna go over here to the dissolve alpha and right click. So you see there's a little timer here. That means that when the shader is locked, you can still mess with the alpha. So we're gonna come in and lock in the shader. And as soon as this shader is locked in, we're gonna want to create a folder just to make things easier. I'm gonna name this folder animations. Okay, here you want to create two animations, right? So here, animation, Control D to duplicate and rename them. I'm gonna rename one shirt red, so it changes to the red shirt, and this one shirt purple. Now that I have both animations, when I go over here and duplicate our avatars, right? Disable this one. The duplication is just for safety measures, so nothing breaks. You want to go over. Right now we're using the other avatar, so you're gonna get your FX 2.0, that is the controller, and throw it here just so you know what is happening behind the scenes. With the other selected, you go over here to the animator tab, right? And now don't be scared by this. We're not gonna do something crazy like this. Just going to create a new layer, name it whatever you want. Actually, I'm just gonna put shirt color. Go over here to the crank, put the weight to 1, and use a mask. Now you see right this on the screen, this is where we're gonna put our animations. So we're gonna go over here on animations. We're gonna select purple and red, and it's gonna go in an order. So we have both animations here. We're gonna make a transition to here and the transition to here by right clicking. We're gonna go over here to the parameters. Gonna create a new one. This is case sensitive, so be careful. I'm gonna name it as shirt color. You know, I'll show you in a bit why it's case sensitive, okay? Because this name will have to go somewhere else. On this transition, just click this arrow. You see the conditions. You click the plus to make a condition. Shirt color, if it's true, it's gonna pass over to the red shirt. Do the same here. Shirt color, and change it to false. So when this is true, when this is toggled, it's gonna change to red, and when it's untoggled, it's gonna change to purple. That's all you need to do on the FX. Now, what you wanna do is go over to your animations tab, parameters 2.0, and you see these. You're gonna add a new parameter, new boolean, name the same parameter as this one. So shirt color. And then you're gonna go over here to sub menus, sub DLC, because I want it to be right next to the DLC control. Add control. Bring this down. Name this whatever you want. It's what's going to appear on your wheel, your jet wheel. You're gonna name it shirt red. Gonna get a little icon. Gonna use this one. Change this from button to toggle. And on parameter, I'm gonna go over shirt color, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And if you do a little test, click play right here. As soon as you click play, go back to your animator. You see this is on purple. If I click this, goes over to red. So the animations are working. Now we're gonna have to do them. So different from an actual animation that needs to just enable and disable a mesh, this one we're gonna have to go over here, animation, scene, select your avatar, right? Go over to animation, click on this little list, and let's do the shirt purple. Okay, you're gonna click add property. You're gonna go over to your shirt, the TS4 again, and on skin mesh renderer, you're gonna bring this down. You'll see a giant list. Go down until you find dissolve alpha. Click on the plus to add, and since this is going from red to purple, we're gonna put the first bracket, the first key to 1, so the shirt is red, and the final one to 0. See, if I click play, this is what happens. And now we just want to do the red one, so the same, TS4, skin mesh renderer, go down until you see dissolve alpha, this, change it from 0 to 1. Now if you click play here, you see this is happening. Let's go back, click play, go over to our scene. You see we don't have a shirt. That's because of this toggle right here. We're gonna want to toggle it, so we have the shirt. I'll bring the animator to the side right here, and as soon as I toggle this happens. This is all in your VRC controller. You can build, and go here, we can build and publish, and you'll have your color change. The same thing applies to the invisible. So if you want to make your shirt invisible, you do the same animation, the same things with the other material, and it's gonna be invisible. That's it. It was just a quick tutorial because all the other tutorials I saw were really long and it was unnecessary. So I just made this quick one so everyone can have fun.